Alright guys, so looks like we are going to be pinned here in the Tuamotus for at least another 10 days maybe, because we're looking for really light winds to motor to Tahiti, where we'll haul out and fix the boat. Which means I've accepted I'm not getting my hair cut anytime soon, and I'm going to trust Alie to cut my hair. Yeah, that's scary, isn't it? So Allie's going for a dive tomorrow with a wall of sharks, and I'm going for a wing foil lesson. If we're going to be stuck here, we might as well make the best of it, right? Definitely worse places in the world to be stuck, but I don't know. When your boat's broken, sometimes it's hard to think about anything other than dealing with that, but at the moment I can't. So I'm trying to just enjoy being here in Fakarava and take advantage of the place that we're in. And get my hair did. Not bad, not bad. I'd say Alie might be my new barber.
Good morning, guys. I am mind-bogglingly excited and a little bit nervous because today, in about 10 minutes, I have a guy named Nico coming by to pick me up, and he's going to take me over to the South Pass of Fakarava here, and we are going to dive what is known as the Wall of Sharks. I know, doesn't sound like me. I am normally petrified of sharks, mostly because I haven't seen any in my whole life and my imagination has made them so much worse than they could possibly ever be. But after our little fiasco, I decided that I really needed some fun to balance out this trip, and I am so excited to see the life that is underwater here. This is gonna be some of the most amazing diving in the world from what I hear, and I just cannot wait. So I'm getting things ready. I think that's him, and I'm so excited to bring you guys along. Let's go. Hello. That was absolutely wild. There's so many sharks. A couple of them came pretty close and I was like, what do I do? There's so many. That was beautiful. What a healthy reef. I'm so stoked I did that. I would do it again. Unreal.
This is what we call Peter's Island, because Peter on Castle's been here longer than all of us. And he just kind of has the lay of the land. He volunteers with the kite school so you can borrow gear for free. And it's just sort of like the Lost Boys Club. And he's like one of the ringleaders. But it's a lovely spot. This is like one of the nicest anchorages in terms of like nice dinghy access and beach and all that we've been to. And there's a little restaurant that isn't open every day, but it's like when you order ahead of time and organize a bunch of people, they'll either slaughter a pig or it'll be chicken. But you put your order in the day before and they have a nice dinner ready for you. You can buy cold beer. And yeah, it's just lovely here. Lots of cruisers here right now. This is a hot spot. This is also where the kite school is. So I'm going for a lesson tomorrow morning, a wing foil lesson. And then it looks like we're hunkering down for a solid week, waiting for a big storm to pass before we can finally motor to Tahiti. So I'm definitely getting pretty anxious. I really would like to just get to Tahiti and get going on repairs, but you know, Alie got to go for a dive today. I'm going for a kite lesson. All our friends are here. It is paradise. So, I mean, do our best to enjoy it, even though sometimes that's hard to do when you got a broken boat that you'd like to give some love. But that's the plan for tonight. Enjoy it.
Oh, big stretch.
Is this Bruce? Oh my gosh.
It's French Polynesian Bruce.
Bruce!
And French Polynesia, they go are pigs.
Oh my goodness. Bigger than the city.
Okay, I contemplated not including this next bit because being vulnerable with the entire internet and all of its trolls is hard, but I also want Breaking Waves to be an authentic channel that shows the ups and the downs of this lifestyle. So here goes. After almost destroying my home and boat on a reef and the emotional roller coaster that came with it, I was having trouble processing what happened. I was on edge every time the wind blew more than 15 knots. I didn't trust our borrowed ground tackle, the status of Kiana, or my skills as a sailor. And I don't feel particularly resilient anymore. If I'm blatantly honest with you guys, I was craving the safety of land life and contemplating whether or not I wanted to continue with this lifestyle. The passage to Tahiti had me constantly playing out the entirely possible scenario of sinking on the way. And that anxiety had me feeling frozen, stuck, helpless, and completely unproductive. Because we've been extra bummed lately about the boat, and I don't know if I told you, but my foot is hella screwed up. I cut it on some coral, and it has gotten infected. So that, on top of the fact that we almost lost the boat, has just been making me feel sorry for myself. Ben, on the other hand, was also feeling anxious. Anxious about wanting to get Kiana to a boatyard yesterday to haul out and fix everything so as to regain control.
Well, everybody, we have a lot of boats here in Harifa, in Fakarava. This is probably one of the better anchorages in the area, and we're expecting it to blow pretty hard over like the next week, maybe even two. Which means, given our situation with our hull, you know, we're not planning to do anything but motor until we haul out. And we got a 2-day trip to Tahiti, so we need a solid 2-day light wind window to motor to Tahiti, and it's looking like we're pinned here for some time. This is sort of my like fear. I don't want to sound too negative, but you know, we've had some hard times, and we've had some fun here the last couple of days, which has been really nice. Just feel uneasy about our ground tackle situation. Don't trust it yet. There's lots of other boats around, which doesn't help either. If someone starts dragging into us, especially because our windlass is still screwed up. We need to replace the stripper on it so that the chain goes in and out nicely. Our snubber broke back in Tahiti, so we kind of have like a makeshift snubber right now, which should be fine, but yeah, low on food, low on propane, low on generator fuel, don't have proper ground tackle, our solar is somewhat busted, and we're just pinned here indefinitely. And all I want to do is get this boat onto a hard stand somewhere and fix it.
We did our best to fight this by doing fun things, to remind ourselves of what we like about this lifestyle, offset the negativity of the last few weeks, and we leaned heavily on our friends and community.
Yeah, we're heading over for a wing foil lesson today here in Fakarava. super fun. It was actually way easier than I expected to get up. And then once you're up, it takes a bit of practice getting used to the different wind directions and the feel of the foil and the kite or the wing.
Goofy,
But
it was so hard right
yeah,
there.
way easier to go on your natural stance than it is on your, which is expected, I guess. But going the other way took quite a while to get the balance right, even just to stand up. But yeah, it was super fun. Thanks, Adrian. That was a blast. Well done. This kite Tuamoto, Fakarava. You can do wing foil, kite lessons, and what else? Do you guys do anything else besides wing and kite?
Yeah, sure. Spearfishing.
Spearfishing, that's right, and barbecue. Alrighty, so we're getting ready to pack up and get out of here, head to Tahiti, and you know, all the usual passage making preparations are gonna have to happen, plus a few extra right now. I'm working on more diesel. I traded a gasoline jerry that I got from the north end for a diesel jerry. I threw that in the tanks, and I'm gonna buy 2 more jerrys of diesel off of Bill and Grace because I still got lots. So we'll be pretty much full at that point, which will be lots of diesel, but I want extra, and I want to be able to go extra fast. Like if we go at 6 knots, we burn like a gallon an hour. If we go at like 8 knots, we burn like 3 gallons an hour. So diesel, I'm like extra concerned about fuel right now. Woo, tunas are jumping right off the back of the boat here. I'm gonna dive the hull and make sure that the crack hasn't gotten any bigger or no new cracks are developed or anything like that. So just a check on that. I'm gonna do a Raycor filter change, fuel filter change. I'm gonna top up the coolant because we're gonna be running the motor for potentially 44 hours. Make sure that's all good, tighten up the belts and all that kind of stuff. Just basically, we're gonna prepare as if we might start taking on water. Hopefully we don't. I don't think we will, but better to be safe than sorry.
Good morning, guys. Good afternoon, actually. I've been up for a while. Just finished a workout, and Ben and I are starting to get the boat ready for our motor to Tahiti tomorrow. So we've gotten the go-ahead from Jamie and Bien on Totem. Ben's picked up some extra jerrys. Is that the diesel hole, or? I've prepared our ditch kit, kind of elaborated on it now that I know what I need in a ditch scenario. I've added some things here. Added some water. I added copies of our passports and credit cards. I registered a whole new credit card in there. We're gonna put a BougeRV portable battery that I'm charging in there so that we can charge our phones, which would link up to the Iridium Go. I am anxious for the passage, but I'm really looking forward to going and getting back on the horse. I know Ben kind of handled this a lot better than me, but it was hard on me. And there were times that I was like, I don't know if I want to sail again. So I'm just really happy that we're here. I'm feeling more like myself. We're getting the boat back to kind of the state it was in before everything happened, and we're going to be proud of her again. And especially once we get to Tahiti, we're in the yard, and then we're going to spend a chunk of time, which is going to suck. But after that, we're going to be proud of her again. We're going to get her back into the shape that she was, and we're going to keep going. So I'm excited to kind of be starting on the path that gets her back to where she was before. Excited for me to get back on track as well and back to loving this lifestyle. And yeah, I'm just going to make tortillas because they're easy to eat on the passage. You just kind of like fill them full of stuff and shove them in your pie hole. So we're getting the boat ready today, and tomorrow we will be back on track to getting our lives back on track. Just the wordsmith that I am. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Go time, baby.
It's go time. We are about to leave Fakarava, finally. Let's get going. Let's see if this boat floats, and let's get to Tahiti. Tahiti. Ready? One of the most irritating things that is broken on this boat is this. It's bringing up the anchor like it triggers the boat. 3 if you count a helmsperson, but we only have 2. So. Good job, Captain.
Thanks, mate.
Back on the water, babies. Oh man. Wind in my hair, blue all around me. I wish we could sail, but at least we have a boat. At least we're back. At least we're out on the water. I'll take that. We've got our friends Promise Kept tailing us just in case we sink.
Keeping the promise on Promise Kept.
Keeping Promise Kept is keeping their promise to buddy boat us all the way to Tahiti, even in light winds. It feels good.
I'll admit, I'm a little bit nervous about the boat, and the weather window isn't like not perfect.
Yeah,
We're leaving with like almost 20 knots of wind, and then we're gonna get hit by potentially like 25, 30 coming into Tahiti.
but hopefully we'll be protected and on the leeward side of the island and hiding from swell, because the swell is going to get kicked up. But it was either that or like wait another week and even then have a change. I don't know. We got to go eventually. I'm just happy we have friends with us.
We're just hopefully we're planning on just rolling out a little jib and just kind of keeping everyone together at this point. We're in no hurry.
Really kind of rough out here. But the report is that it's just near the pass. It'll calm down once we like get it further away, which will be excellent because this is a lot.
Alright, so far so good. We're just on the other side of the southeast pass of Fakarava. It's definitely really bumpy out here, but once we get far enough away from the atoll, we'll start heading more downwind. And then we're actually going to go not directly towards Tahiti. We're going to cut up and get protection from the atoll so that we can get out of this slop. Because this is the exact kind of thing we don't want for 270 miles. It's just rocking and rolling and putting a lot of unnecessary stress on the hull. If we can find some protection from the atoll, and then in about 12 hours, things should start to mellow out with the wind, and the waves will also mellow out. By the time we're exposed again, hopefully we're nice, calm sea conditions, but it's not calm right now.
It's crazy.
It's a little freaky when your boat's got a hole in it, or nearly has a hole in it.
And the drops making us sick.
You guys know the camera never does it justice, but yeah, there's probably a 10-foot swell, 8 to 10 foot, short period. Yeah. It's nice not having to sail. You can Alie now should get a trawler and just motor everywhere from now on. Easy. Alright, I'm gonna make it quick. This is probably really bad audio. Wrapping up day one. Good so far. The seas are definitely a little roly-poly, but Kiana's holding up to it, so that's confidence building at least. I was kind of tired, so I was down for a nap. I think I might try rolling out a bit of head sail soon to help stabilize the boat and burn less fuel overnight. Expecting tomorrow to be pretty light wind, so maybe use a little bit of wind power while we can. That said, I don't really want to roll the pole out. I'm kind of lazy right now. You get used to motoring, you know? You don't have to really do a whole lot. But as you can see, definitely a little roly-poly. Be nice to see the seas sort of settle themselves out a little bit now that the wind's starting to die off. But overall, I'm really happy, really pleased that we're underway finally. Still can't believe it sometimes that we were on the reef not that long ago. Pretty sure that we'd lost the boat. Now here we are, a third of the way to Tahiti on that very boat. So that's a good feeling. Stoked.
Hit subscribe to see how the rest of the passage goes to Tahiti. And as always, there are real-time updates over on Patreon if you are interested in supporting the channel. Otherwise, we will see the rest of you next week. Ding!
We got a little posse here. Who's this? I don't know, Brazil? We don't know them actually, but Kessel, Serenity, Promise Cat, and then Calico. They're not on, we can't see them right now, but they're somewhere back here. Coming up the rear.